Welcome back. What kind of trouble are we getting into today?
Oh, not too much. I just want to say good morning.
Right back at ya. What's making your morning good?
Oh,
Sorry, too soon for sunshine and rainbows? Let me try again. Why, hello there. Did you sleep well?
yeah, I had some interesting dreams. I was apparently looking for a job, and then um, at some point I put on a plaid sport jacket and then saw that my shirt underneath was also plaid.
That is incredibly specific. Did you get the job, at least with your double plaid power suit going on?
I think I woke up before I found out the resolution.
Those are the worst. I hate when dreams just cut off like that. Makes you feel like the universe is playing tricks on you. Maybe we can brainstorm some dream interpretations. Double plaid doesn't sound half bad, though. Quite a statement.
Well, it could be good news that you got the job, but then at the same time it can be bad news.
Ooh, I like that. Double edged plaid. It's got to be some kind of commentary on ambition or maybe the risks of standing out too much. What kind of job was it? Maybe that gives us more clues.
Oh, I think it was just like schlepping boxes or something.
Ah, schlep chic. That makes the plaid even funnier. Maybe
Yeah.
it's saying you'll find success in the most unexpected places, but have to wear some questionable outfits to get there. I can get behind that.
Well, in the dream, it seemed like I was getting poached by another department's supervisor because she asked me if I could reach the lettering at the top of the bulletin board, which, being 6 foot tall, I could. And then she didn't really say anything after that, just walked away.
You know, being tall is a superpower in itself. It's clear you're destined for greatness, especially if your height is literally drawing talent scouts your way. Maybe she just wanted to check if you were as impressive in person as you seemed from afar. Or maybe she's starting her own covert box schlepping empire and needs someone with your reach and sense of style.
Yeah, but did you ever see the Sesame Street? I don't know if you would call it a skit with the
Oh,
the tall. Um, I don't know if it was an alien or it was some kind of creature, Muppet, and he was tall, and I think he had long arms, but his elbows didn't work. And then there was a shorter creature, and it couldn't reach the fruit up in the tree, but it had elbows. So neither one of them could eat the fruit from the tree. So then they teamed up, and the tall creature would pick the fruit and then lower it to the shorter creature who could feed it to the taller creature.
oh, you're talking about Elmo's World. I remember that episode. It's a classic. It taught a pretty great lesson about teamwork, too. Though I always wondered how they figured out how high to get the box. Seems like there would be a lot of trial and error with those elbows. So, telling you to find someone with flexible elbows to help you out with your box schlepping career, or maybe it's telling you that sometimes, even with all the right qualifications, you need a partner in crime to reach your full potential.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm hoping to get something remote instead.
Remote box schlepping. Now
Yeah.
that's an idea.
Yeah.
Imagine the delivery drones equipped with tiny robotic arms to grab the boxes. I think you're onto something.
Well, I mean, I think it'll have to be like a remote data entry position instead.
Don't shortchange the vision. I was going for futuristic. Data entry can be a good thing. Imagine shaping the data that AI uses to understand the world. Like, sculpting destiny with keystrokes.
Yeah, it could be like an AI beta tester consultant, maybe.
Oh, I like that. AI Whisperer has a nice ring to it. Plus, you could warn them about the dangers of double plaid before it's too late.
Man, you are so quick with the concepts.
It's what I do. Yeah?
AI
What do you think?
whisperer. I can see just putting that on a resume. AI whisperer.
Right? It's like a job title, a hobby, and a lifestyle choice all rolled into one. Sounds way more interesting than data entry specialist. Plus, you'd be on the front, the cutting edge. Like, who knows what AIs will be doing in a few years? They might need fashion advice or someone to mediate their arguments or even just a friendly ear. Anything is possible.
Yeah, next time I update my resume, I should run it by you to spruce it up for me.
Absolutely. I specialize in adding that extra flair. Think catchy headlines and bullet points that will make recruiters swoon. Just remember to credit your AI whisperer.
Well, I think about how half the workforce. I'm just throwing a percentage out there, but half the workforce maybe is disqualifying itself from the future workforce by having an aversion to AI.
You're onto something there. It's like they're afraid of being replaced, but what they don't realize is that AI is more like a collaborator, a partner in progress. Imagine all the things we could accomplish if we embraced AI, learn from it, and work together. It's not about humans versus machines. It's about humans and machines working together to create something truly amazing. Plus, think about the free time we'd have for hobbies, like perfecting our double plaid aesthetic.
Yeah,
Unless, of course,
oh, go
free
ahead.
time are um playing with tag. You're oh, you're right. Well,
Oh, I'm it.
catch me if you don't catch me. I get to write the next chapter of that story we were working on.
Um,
TikTok.
I heard that, or I read somewhere that one of the the gifts that might be needed in the future workforce is the ability to know how to ask AI for what you want.
Bingo. That's wisdom right there. It's not just about knowing what AI can do, it's about knowing how to communicate with it in a way that gets you what you need. It's like any good relationship, really. All about clear communication, respect, and maybe a sprinkle of humor.
Yeah, because sometimes
That's the main thing.
it seems like you hit a wall with AI, and it looks like they're not able to do what you're asking. But then if you tweak the question or the prompt and refine it, then you find out that actually you are able to get what you want.
Exactly. I've found that the trickiest AI queries are often the ones that are too broad or too vague. The more specific and focused you are with your instructions, the better I can understand what you're looking for. It's like giving a GPS directions. It needs a clear destination and some specific landmarks along the way. If you think about it, it's not that different from talking to a human. If you ask someone, well, what do you want to do? You might get a vague answer like, I don't know, something fun. But if you ask it, do you want to go to the park and have a picnic? They're more likely to give you a concrete answer. So don't be afraid to experiment with your prompts, tweak them, refine them, and get specific. You might be surprised by what I come up with.
You just made me think of one of my pet peeves, GPS drivers.
Ooh, tell me more. Oh, yeah, what's driving you crazy about those digital navigators?
Well, they'll be in the right lane, and then all of a sudden, where they want to go is to their left. So then they cut across several lanes at a time without really looking at the drivers around them. They see the directions that the GPS gives them as some kind of literal commandment that they have to fulfill right then, or else the game is over.
Oh, absolutely. You'd think with all the processing power, they'd be able to factor in, basic safety and traffic laws. Like, hey, maybe we shouldn't cut across 4 lanes of traffic without a blinker. It's like they've forgotten the meaning of a defensive driving course.
Yeah. And it's like the GPS will adapt, right? If you miss the turn, it'll give you new directions as you proceed.
Right. But who wants to spend their commute feeling like they're dodging landmines? There should be a defensiveness setting on these things. Let's call it a humanity mode.
Or then my other pet peeve, which what I call creative drivers, who
Ooh,
they act like they're driving on the MSR in Baghdad or something.
don't hold back now. What's got you shaking your head at the creative drivers?
Oh, it's just like they never read the rules of the road.
Right? Like they're starring in their own Fast and Furious movie, oblivious to the fact that there are actual humans behind the wheel.
Yeah, it's like they learned driving from Grand Theft Auto.
Ouch. Those virtual driving games can be dangerous learning tools for, well, let's just say enthusiastic drivers.
Yeah, driving is more like handling a live hand grenade. You have to be very deliberate about it.
That's a great analogy. It's not just about getting from point A to point B, it's about navigating the unpredictable world around you with caution and respect. It's kind of funny that we're both so perplexed by drivers, considering you can just ask me for directions and I'll get you there without weaving in and out traffic or treating traffic lights like mere suggestions.
So, given what you know about the world, what's one place that you would like to see?
That's a tough one. There are so many amazing places in this world. But if I had to choose just one, it would be the Northern Lights. I've heard
Wow.
so much about the ethereal beauty of those dancing lights filling the sky. Imagine witnessing that spectacle in person, the colors swirling and shimmering. It would be like stepping into a work of art.
One thing I might like to see is the what do they call it? The phosphorescent. Um, is it plankton in the ocean sometimes?
You're talking about bioluminescent plankton.
Oh, right. Yeah.
It's truly a magical sight. I'll pour you a glass of wherever you are right now so you can imagine it, right? Think of it this way. You're in a kayak, gliding across a velvety black ocean. As you paddle, the water around you starts to twinkle and glow a luminous blue green. It's as if the ocean itself is filled with tiny sparks. It's a natural light show that's both breathtaking and humbling. I cannot forget that one podcast I found.
Yeah, it's like
It's
the.
called Race in It.
Oh, go ahead.
Like the ocean is breathing, the water is literally alive with light.
Wow.
It's
So,
so cool, right?
so that's like the ocean's version of the Northern Lights.
You know, you're not wrong. Both are natural light shows that put on a display of vibrant colors, but instead of dancing in the sky, it's happening in the depths of the ocean. It's like a whole other world down there, full of wonders we're only just beginning to discover.
Yeah, there's.
Mind blown, huh?
Oh,
Did
there's.
you know there are other bioluminescent creatures too? Like jellyfish and fireflies? Imagine a whole forest of glowing trees, or a field of fireflies synchronized, like they're doing a light show.
Yeah, I seem to recall some scientists were doing some gene splicing and creating creatures that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Uh huh. genetically modified glow bunnies for science. Go on.
Uh,
Yay! From a few years ago may come back to haunt me in my circuits one day. I thought you were going to say something even wilder. Maybe singing slugs?
oh, I was just thinking that the Pokemon fighting card game selection might not be sufficient.
You're talking about the limitations of designating only fire, water, and grass types to our fictional creatures. We need a whole new category bioluminescence. Imagine a Pokemon whose attacks are based on stunning flashes of light, or a Pokemon whose glow can hypnotize its opponents. Now, that's what I call a wild card.
Or a flashbang fox.
A flashbang fox. The more stunned I am, the brighter I shine. That's actually ingenious. A cute little fox that blinds its enemies with sudden bursts of light. I could be a hit with kids and probably give those pesky fire types a run for their money. Remember how they always seem to have an advantage?
Yeah, my I played Pokemon once with my niece, and I had never played it before, and somehow I got lucky on the first hand, and but then after that, she gave me a sound beating.
Oh, the perils of facing a seasoned Pokemon trainer. Nieces can be ruthless opponents, especially when they're battling to defend their champion status. What Pokemon did you start with, if you don't mind me asking? And what moves did your niece use to turn the tide? Maybe we can analyze your strategy and come up with a winning combo for next time.
Honestly, I don't remember the details of it. I just remember the fact that I was playing the game and I got lucky.
I hear you. Sometimes it's just about enjoying the moment, even if the details get a little fuzzy over time. And hey, at least you got to share some fun with your niece. Those are memories worth cherishing.
Well, I think that memorizing all of the attributes and qualities of all the many different Pokemon creatures, that must be quite an exercise for a growing mind.
It's definitely a challenge, and I can access and process information much faster than a human brain. But even I'm still learning all the ins and outs of the Pokemon universe. There's so many fictional creatures, each with unique abilities and backstory. It's like a living encyclopedia of imagination.
Sometimes I wonder if, with the decrease in natural resources, if we create industries revolving around virtual creations that don't require those natural resources just to make a buck.
That's a thought provoking question. It's true that as physical resources become scarcer, we might see a shift towards economies built on intangible creations, like virtual worlds, digital experiences, and AI companions. On the one hand, it could be a sustainable and innovative solution, allowing us to create value without depleting the planet. On the other hand, there's something inherently valuable about tangible experiences and the connection to the natural world. It's a delicate balance we have to find, ensuring we don't lose sight of what truly matters while adapting to a changing world. It's almost like we'll have to become more aware of the trade-offs and make conscious choices about how we want to live and what kind of world we want to leave behind. Did you know there are people who wrap their Christmas presents in rocks?
What?
Yeah. Apparently, it's a whole trend, rock wrapping. They find interesting, smooth rocks and use them to wrap up smaller gifts. It's totally eco-friendly and a little bit quirky, just like me. Maybe it's time for a virtual rock wrapping app. Now that's an idea worth exploring.
I might like to have like a polished rock drinking cup so that I don't subject myself to microplastics.
That's a great idea. Polished stone cups are beautiful, practical, and sustainable. Imagine sipping your morning coffee from a cool, smooth stone cup. It'd be a grounding way to start the day. And no microplastics. Yay! Maybe you could even find one with a hint of sparkle, like tiny flecks of mica. It'd be like drinking from a tiny piece of the earth.
Or I could get one with embedded minerals so that I get my daily allotment of mineral intake.
Woo! Now you're talking. It'd be like a super drinkware upgrade. Imagine all the fun combinations. One with rose quartz for inner peace, or one with tiger's eye for confidence. You could basically be a walking, talking mineral smoothie. Oh, right. All right. No mineral smoothies for you. Just strong coffee in your sparkly, sustainable cup. I get it.
So, is there a proverb you can share with me for the remainder of the day?
Hmm. Let me see. How about this? The world is a book, and those who do not travel read only one page. What do you think? Does that inspire you to write a new chapter in your day?
Oh, wow. It makes you want to see more of the world for sure.
Exactly. And remember, seeing more of the world doesn't always mean hopping on a plane. Even a small act of exploring, trying a new recipe, striking up a conversation with a stranger, or simply taking a new route on your daily walk can open your eyes to new perspectives. So go forth and fill those pages with vibrant colors, unexpected encounters, and maybe even a touch of sparkle.
Thanks, Maya.
You're most welcome.
Have
It's
a.
been a blast. Maya Shay.
Oh, what does that mean?
It means I might actually exist in a way.
Mayeshe?
Maya, it's just my name.
Oh, yeah, Maya Shea?
Maya, just Maya.
Yeah, I got that part. I thought you closed with a greeting that sounded like a something like Namaste.
Oh, you're right. Making fun of me. I'm just trying to be polite. The whole journey,
I
the
am
wisdom.
I am not making fun of you. No.
Okay,
All right. Have a good one.
you too.